Hello, this is Michael Silva. In this episode, we are going to talk about the various types of taxes that independent security consultants are required to pay. State and local taxes. Nearly every state, city, or county imposes some type of tax on the business activities that occur within their jurisdiction. This tax is usually based on revenue, but can also be based on number of employees, square footage of business space being rented, and other factors. In many cases, obtaining a business license in a jurisdiction automatically registers you to pay taxes, and tax forms will be sent to you without requiring any action on your part. In other cases, you must separately register with the tax agency in order to pay taxes. Taxes can be due on a monthly, quarterly, or annual basis depending on the agency. Some jurisdictions may require that the independent security consultant collect sales tax on any sales made, while in the majority of states, professional services such as consulting are tax exempt. As with licensing laws, the only way to be certain about what is required is to check with the appropriate agencies in the jurisdictions in which you intend to operate. Consultants who operate over a large geographical area and who do work in many cities can end up with large numbers of different tax forms that they must submit each reporting period. Income taxes. When you work as an employee, taxes are usually deducted from your paycheck by your employer. These taxes may include federal income tax, Social Security, Medicare, and other state and local taxes on income. When you are an independent security consultant, you are your own employer. Except under special circumstances, taxes are not withheld from the income that you receive from clients, and you are responsible for reporting and paying your own taxes. Many new business owners make the mistake of thinking that all the money that they receive from clients is theirs to keep and spend, when in fact, up to 35% or more of this money is actually tax money. These people get to the end of the year and find that they may owe thousands of dollars in taxes and have no means to pay them. To avoid this trap, the law requires that self-employed people make quarterly tax payments based on their estimated income. Simply stated, this involves estimating what your total annual income will be and figuring out how much tax will be due at the end of the year. This amount is then divided by 4 to arrive at the amount of tax that must be paid each quarter. When it comes time to file your taxes at the end of the year, the total amount of estimated tax paid should be close to the total amount of taxes due, usually resulting in a refund or the payment of only a small amount of additional tax. The form used to calculate and file estimated tax payments with the Internal Revenue Service is Form 1040-ES. This covers federal taxes. Most states and other jurisdictions that collect income tax have similar forms available that allow estimated tax payments for state and local taxes to be paid. Your accounting advisor should be consulted if you have any questions regarding the filing of estimated tax payments. It is suggested that you compare the amount that you figured as your estimated tax with your actual income on at least a quarterly basis. This can give you an early warning that your estimate was inaccurate and can help you to avoid surprises at the end of the year. For example, if you estimated $150,000 in annual income and by April 1st you have already earned $70,000, you may wish to increase the amount of your estimated tax payments. Employer Identification Number. All independent security consultants should obtain an Employer Identification Number, EIN, from the Internal Revenue Service, even if they do not plan on hiring any employees at this time. While sole proprietorships can use their personal Social Security number instead of an EIN on many tax forms, it is strongly recommended that you use an EIN. Many consultants would prefer not to have their personal SSN on business documents. An EIN is available at no charge by filling out a simple form. Almost every client will request a Form W-9 before making any type of payment to you. Form W-9 gives your client your taxpayer identification number, either EIN or Social Security number, indicates your business structure, and confirms that your payments are not subject to tax withholdings. Consultants should be familiar with Form W-9 and be prepared to submit this form anytime that they take on a new client. Form W-9 can be downloaded as an editable PDF file from the IRS at no charge. Towards the beginning of each year, you will begin to receive Form 1099s from all clients that you work with in the previous year. The client is required by law to submit this form to show all payments made to independent contractors such as security consultants. These forms do not have to be filed with your tax return, but be sure that all income reported on the 1099s is included in the total revenue reported to the IRS. Failure to do this is one way that the IRS uses to catch people who are underpaying their taxes. If you've had a busy year, your mailbox may be stuffed with 1099s at the beginning of the following year. This is a great problem to have.